Hello. It has been 3 weeks since I have added any videos for you to look at. And the reason is I am struggling with the video for my LaView L2 Lightbulb camera. I have been going crazy trying to get this set up outside. I don't want to say it's the fault of LaView because I'm not sure what I'm trying to do is how it was intended. However, I'm going to show you what I have so far. You'll be able to see my trials and tribulations in setting up this LaView product and where I am right now. I will eventually show you a unboxing and setup and a look-see at it, but I am not able to do it after all these weeks, and you'll see why. Okay, here I was starting the unboxing, and as you could see, I was just quickly going through it. So there was nothing new here, no issues or anything. Explaining the box, so it was as simple as that. And so this was the beginning of what would have been my video on this light bulb camera. At this point, all I was going to do was show as I add this light bulb camera to the LaView app. So I downloaded the app, and I was doing everything to set it up. But of course, trouble would loom after this. They provide a little item where you screw it in, just to set it up on your Wi-Fi network. You plug it into an outlet, and as you could see, it allows you to begin the setup. My version of the setup was that it was a little bit more complicated than it needed to be. So I had a lot of trouble with it, actually, beginning right here. So what I'm doing here is given a real brief explanation that one thing you need to know is that it has to be set up on a 2.4 gigahertz network. I have a Nest Wi-Fi mesh router system, and there was no way to set it only on 2.4 gigahertz. So what I had to do was a bit complicated, but I had to shut off my Nest Wi-Fi, use my ISP's modem router that I had received, and somehow take that one and put it on only 2.4 gigahertz. So that's what this explanation was all about. Here you could see what I've done is I've taken it to a different room, which is right next to my ISP modem router, and I decided I was going to go ahead and set it up there on the 2.4 gigahertz. In this case, it would work. So I began my setup again. Went through all the steps that the LaView app showed, as you could see here. I was explaining on my phone as I went through it, and eventually what happened was I did receive a QR code, and I was able to simply take that code, take a picture of it from the camera, and it connected me to my network. And this was the moment when I finally had it connected. So here's where things start to go wrong again. This is a temporary location I was going to put the light bulb camera in. It was not where I wanted it. Where I actually wanted it was down here. You could see that there's a door that leads into the basement, and you could see the light that is right outside the door. And that was my intent, was to put it there. I was unable to do that because the light fixture glass was way too small and it was out in the opening, not covered. This begins to show the difficulties putting it outside. This is also in somewhat of an open area with just a small overhang above it. You could see when I screw the light bulb camera in that part of it is below the fixture. There's no doubt that that would get wet and have other elements hitting it. But I just wanted to set it up, so I went ahead and I put it there. And then I turned on the electrical outlet from inside and began to work on it. So now I begin to play around with it a bit. I'm inside and I'm looking at how do you turn on the light bulb. Is everything looking like it's okay on the app, etc., etc. And so it showed the light bulb was on, so I thought, well, let me go take a look, and even though it's sunny out, let me go see what the bulb looks like. And to be quite honest with you, I was pleased on the bulb, as you could see there. So the next thing I did is I knew that I could set it up with either Amazon Echo or Google Assistant. I have both. I decided to go ahead and to set it up with the Amazon Echo, which I use for most of my smart home items. So now what I want to do is I'm going to show a video here on the phone, and the video is showing the issue, which is, if you could see in the middle where my finger is right now, is because of where the fixture has a frame around it. So that becomes an issue where the camera is trying to show outside, but the frame is getting in the way. Here I'm showing you the ceiling in a room and explaining that inside my home I have no ceilings with an outlet for a light bulb, and the only places are either in the laundry room or the garage. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to test this in the garage. I'm sorry, I'm going to test it in the laundry room, and if that doesn't work, I'll put it in the garage. And also I'm going to buy a glass fixture for the outside lamp and see if that will work. Well, the laundry room did not work because it had a fixture that had a different kind of bulb in it, not a screw-in. So here I am now in the backyard, and this is the location I actually had purchased the LaView for. And as you can see, it gets a really good view of the entire backyard, so that's nice. And the other thing is I'm showing up there where I'm about to point my finger. I have a blink camera up there that looks down. Unfortunately, at night, it does not get a good picture. So here we go. I've turned it on, and you'll see it move and start calibrating and setting itself up. At this point, I have, there's the speaker, by the way, so the alarm, or when you speak two-way conversation. And I did also already put the memory card in. So I'm going to pull the app up here on my phone. You could see that. One of the things I noticed is that the weather part of it, where it shows the temperature, it also shows the humidity and some other information, barometer. It's very accurate, so that's very nice also. At this point, I've decided to go ahead and get a new glass fixture for the LaView here. By the way, that will end up being a mistake. So here we go. I have the new glass fixture, and we're going to go ahead and put it on. So here it is, and as you can see, everything fits perfectly. It's really nice. I paid, I believe it was $10 at Lowe's for the glass enclosure. Felt really good about myself. And first of all, you could already see there's a little bit of a glare when you look at the glass, of course. But the impact is going to wind up being at night. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to turn it on. You'll see it move just a little bit, and that will tell us that it is working, and we are all set to go. From this point, we'll go ahead and take the next step. So here we're going to go ahead and take a look at the app and see how it's working. You could see I have the light bulb turned on. There's a switch over to right. Now I've turned it off. And what I'm going to do is take a look at just tapping here. And once I tap there, this was taking a little longer than normal to open. And this is going to become a bit of an issue in a second. There it is open. Now you can see the issue, the problem. You see the bottom of the glass along there where I'm showing with my cursor. Where it's looking straight down below is great because that's the entrance way to the door. And that would be, security-wise, that's one of the main issues, one of the main reasons that I got this. So we'll take a look and we'll check out some more of the app. So now that I've clicked on playback, as you could see here, you look on the top part and you see those shiny areas. That's the glare, the reflection at night. And you could see, as a result, I can't really see a thing. The other thing is where you see that just above the dots, the glare dots, that was the bottom of the glass. So you could see the rim of the glass. Below it, because of the reflection, I couldn't see a thing. And as a result, nighttime was going to not work the way I wanted it to. Now I'm going to show you a live view during the daytime, or at least it was early morning. And the nice thing was the picture you'll see is very crisp and clear during the day. So I was just showing the app here and some of the things that I was using on the app. Then I'm going to go to direction on the bottom of the app, and you could see the 4 dots for the direction. And here's the next problem I had, which is as much as I tapped it, the time lag was significant in order for me to turn it. I have an internal network mesh system that should be fine. The app showed that it was pretty good. So anyway, you're looking out here at the backyard, and you could see how really nice the picture is. So during the day, the picture is absolutely outstanding, and I like it. This is looking through the glass, so this is good. However, nighttime, not so good. So now finally, what I want to just show you is that if you click on messages on the bottom of the app, those are really your notifications that have come in. And so as I went through the notifications, I was looking for one at nighttime to give you a pretty good idea. So as you can see, the daytime ones appear just fine. Everything is pretty good with them. But then I go down to nighttime, and there you go. You could see the reflection, the glare, which gave me an inability. And there you could see tapping on it and looking. There's really nothing I can see. In this case, if I'm not mistaken, it was a cat walking across, so that part was pretty good, but it just didn't work. There you have it, my trials and tribulations with the LaView Lightbulb Camera. At the end of the day, I never should have purchased it for outside. I'm still working on it. Maybe someday I'll get it working. I don't know. I'll find the right combination. I can't really think of a good place to put it inside. I just can't. I mean, there's very few places where I have a room for a light bulb, where I have a light bulb on the ceiling. Nope. So that didn't work. So I'm not overly thrilled with the product. I don't have a need for it. I don't think, if I can't get it working where I put it. And the app was cumbersome to me. And I'm going to do a review on this, a real review in the future. But you'll see what I mean. So if I had it to do all over again, I would not have bought this indoor camera for an outside use. It was a mistake. Thank you.